Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys for another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a very interesting show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So today we're going to be talking a little football, right? Again, imagine this channel, us here, talking about football. That should tell you the way things are unfolding this present moment. But we're going to be talking football. We're going to be talking college football specifically because we have a very big game coming up this weekend, Saturday, I believe, between the Colorado Buffaloes, Deion Sanders' team, and USC. Very, very big school. We all know this, right? Now, as you guys know, Deion Sanders has been bringing in a lot of viewers to these games. One of the games, I think they streamed at one point, they had about 9.83 million viewers tune in to watch that game. And just yesterday, as a matter of fact, I was watching a clip on Instagram, and they were talking about some of the celebrities that are expected to attend this next game. And I'm not sure if the game is in California or in Boulder, Colorado. I think it's in Colorado. But anyway, you're talking of names like LeBron James. Think about it. Let's just think about it for a second. LeBron James, who, according to recent reports, has been doing two-a-days, which I don't even know how that's even possible at that age, at 38, which is incredible. Two-a-days preparing for the Lakers season. Even LeBron said, you know what, man? He's like, guys, I think we're going to have to figure out a way to go out there and go see this game. LeBron is going. I heard Jay-Z is going, just to list some of the stars that are going to be there. And it turns out it's not just celebrities and athletes. It's also television networks. Just today, I was watching a segment from Undisputed, and the show was in Boulder, Colorado. Just think about it. When was the last time you saw Undisputed at a college football game, pregame show for the day? When was the last time you saw that? That right there should show you how things are trending. Now, prior to this game, there's been a lot of conversation that's been surrounding Deion Sanders, right? There have been so many different things and so many different storylines. Obviously, we know the storyline and the aftermath of that blowout game between Colorado and Oregon. You had the things that I think Dan Lanning, that's the head coach of Oregon, the things he had to say, I believe, during the halftime show or before the game. I think it was before the game when he was getting his team pumped up, talking about they're playing for clicks, we're playing for W's. He said this is the day that the Cinderella story is going to end. And then there were different opinions on that. Skip Bayless said that was malicious. Other people like, no, there's nothing wrong with that. He's just pumping up his team. There was that aspect of it. Of course, you had the resident hater in Jason Whitlock, who has been hating on Deion Sanders for every single reason under the sun, to the point where now he's talking about his glasses and his damn cowboy hat. His cowboy hat, which I believe he does a very good job pulling off. I couldn't pull off a cowboy hat. So for him to pull off for anybody to have an issue with the guy wearing a cowboy hat, that should already tell you how people are feeling. This situation, believe it or not, is even taking on another complexion, which is now people are beginning to say, well, maybe Deion he's now viewed as a threat even to some of his contemporaries when we're talking about college football coaches who believe that maybe some believe that maybe he hasn't paid his due. So what happened? Today at the show, they brought in Deion Sanders, right, to interview him because he's the interview right now that everybody wants to get in sports media. So they bring him on the show, and it was Keyshawn, Michael Irvin, and Skip Bayless. And essentially what they wanted to do was they wanted to get his opinion on some of the things that critics have been saying about him. And I think they wanted to have a healthy conversation around some of those things that that have been said. And speaking of healthy, this video is brought to you by a brand new sponsor, Athletic Greens. AG1 is a convenient nutritional supplement with 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food source ingredients that meet all of your foundational nutrition needs. Now, here's a quick personal story that I think that may resonate with a lot of you. I went to college in Italy, and actually that's where I met the co-founder, Dreamerspro Marco. And at that time, I was eating healthy whole foods, I was exercising regularly, and I was in the best shape of my life. Then life happened. I stopped exercising regularly. I started gaining weight because I wasn't able to exercise the way I used to and eat healthy the way I used to because I was moving around to different countries. And before I knew it, I couldn't even recognize myself anymore. So for the last 2 years, I've been really trying to focus on regaining my health and getting back in tip-top shape. However, the biggest challenge that both Marco and I are having right now is that although we try to get the proper nutrition and do the right things to stay in shape and to stay healthy, other commitments somehow get in the way of us doing this. And to be honest with you, we find it hard to get enough servings of fruits and vegetables and other types of healthy foods to ensure that we're taking the right vitamins and minerals that are vital for good health. So we both started to take 1 scoop of AG1 in the morning with cold water to ensure that we're getting all of the vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and fiber that we need in our diet to enhance our mental health, our physical health, and performance. And Marco, who's always skeptical about taking new nutritional supplements, found it to be reassuring that AG1 is used by top health experts and performers like Andrew Huberman and Lewis Hamilton. So if a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/dreamers. That's drinkag1.com/dreamers. Check it out. And remember, when you try AG1 by using the link in the description below, just know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is want to play a little bit of some of the things that Deion Sanders had to say on Undisputed Live, and then want to come back and react to what he had to say. So take a listen to that.
Do you ever look around at all this and say, I'm just amazed by what has happened so quickly here?
No, not quickly. I look around and say, I'm thankful for, look at the ethnicity and look at the unity. Look at the love. Look at the compassion. Look at the care. And it's not white, black, Hispanic, Asian. It's just see you. It's just like you said, see you, we see you. And that's what God wanted us to do, to unify one another. We ain't tripping about nothing crazy. We just want to see some good football, and that's what we want to provide for you.
Well, good. I love that.
We were just talking about it Time, and you know, I was talking about how good people affect an area, better affect a state, but the great affect regions and a region, and the effect that you've had on this region. Talk about that, man. Talk about that.
We don't aim for that. We just want to continue to be who we are. We're looking for smart, tough, fast, disciplined kids with character. I just got on them, some of the kids about their grades, you know, because I believe 85% are not going pro now. 15% are. So I got to really challenge that 85% to make a difference in this country, in your home, and all of that. So they're gonna do some gases right after practice today if you bring an F in there. But I love what I do, and I do what I love. And this is a calling. This is not a coaching assignment. This is a calling, and I love it, and I live in it every moment.
So does it bother you when you hear people say you don't pay your dues?
No, it really, what bothers me is they can't help but expose themselves. And I got love for everybody. I don't talk about nobody, Mike. Even when some of the tractors saying, he's a big mouth and he's doing whatever I said. I promote my team, I promote my young men, I promote the coaches in our facility and our system and everything that we have, and everything that encompasses that. I never spoke negative about anyone in my life. I don't believe in that. I don't condone that. What God has for me is for me. It doesn't make me sit up high to put you down low. It don't do that. So I can't fathom why y'all keep doing this every week. And the thing that I love the most is not the kids.
Yeah.
It's not the kids. It's some of the coaches, but it's not the kids. So you keep on, because the more you talking about me, that kid is, let me go find out what's over there that they don't like.
Do you feel like, Prime, do you feel like the coaches are coaching to beat Colorado football team, or coaches are coaching to beat you?
Both. But and then they should. I don't blame them for that. They should be, and they did a good job of it last week, and we're gonna try to prevent that this week drastically. But we know what we have, we know where we need to go, and we're gonna get there. I promise you that we're gonna get there.
Well, even Keyshawn was told after your Oregon game that a number of coaches were trying to call the Oregon staff to help them.
That
right?
happens.
Okay.
I mean, that happens with us as well. I mean, coaches call us to try to assist us as well. So that's two-sided. It may be not at that.
It was a different level.
It was a different level.
It wasn't exchanging tape. It was, we need you to stop this.
But you can't stop what God has ordained. You can't stop. Like the numbers, the media, the sales, the apparel, the this, to that. You can't stop all this. I mean, this is something that has been blessed and has been kissed and said, all right, well done. That's all I want. At the end of every day, I want to hear, well done, my faithful servant. That's what I want. And I want to see these guys smiling. I want to see these guys change. I want to see these men come to fruition. I want to see fathers, not baby daddies. I want to see some real things change in communities as well, just like how we see things right here.
Had to say there. Here are my thoughts on this. Do you know what I find fascinating about all of this? What I find fascinating is this. The way Deion Sanders is handling all of the things that are happening around him, the hype, the conversation, the television cameras, the celebrities, the glitz and the glam, the comments, the critique, the way he's handling it, he's so nonchalant about it all. It's like as if none of this can really bother me. What you didn't see in the audio was that the entire time the man was talking, he was actually smiling. Literally, he's like laughing. It's like, y'all got a problem with me? I bet that must be something wrong. It's like he's unbothered by it all. And to me, I think is this attitude that he has that I think even makes his critics boil, their blood boil. Because they must be saying, how are we going to knock this guy off his perch? We're saying everything about him under the sun, and he's just dusting it off his shoulder like as if nothing happened. Which to me is incredible. I mean, when you have things happening around you, the normal reaction is to be surprised. I give you guys an example, and major shout out to Marcellus Wiley. You guys, I'm sure you guys know who Marcellus Wiley. Make sure you check out his show. Today, we follow Marcellus Wiley. He followed us back on Instagram, and I was like, oh my God, that's Marcellus Wiley. Like, oh my God, this is Marcellus Wiley, for God's sake. Even me, I was surprised, right? But Deion Sanders is like all of these celebrities, LeBron James. It's like, yeah, everybody come along, man. It's no big deal. I'm not surprised by it. It seems like in the midst of all of this conversation, his only focus is football. It's football. He's taking all of the darts and the jabs and the attacks with a smile on his face. To me, that is fascinating, and it speaks to his ability to compartmentalize and not take things personally. For example, there was a pretty vicious attack on him by a well-known figure in not in sports media, but in culture. In popular culture, and the person said some absolutely disgusting things about the man's child, which actually prompted his wife to make a public rebuttal. But most people that hear something like that, most people would at least feel the urge to say something publicly, to say, like just to say anything. But for Deion Sanders, after having all of these different things being said about him, he still goes out there, with the confidence and a smile on his face, with the determination that, hey, listen, we're going to figure this thing out. I think he is doing a masterful job, not only at coaching, but being a leader. And I'll tell you what I mean. A lot of the young men, or if not a lot, almost all of them, I'm sure, are looking at their head coach for guidance. They're looking to see if he's going to be knocked off his square by all of the things that are happening. And if you can see your head coach, your leader, dealing with the adversity, taking it head on, and still saying, this ain't nothing. I expect us to be the best. We expect to win. We need to get better. We need to get better right now. Trust me, that is motivating. And dare I say that is inspirational. It's inspirational for somebody to be able to do that. That's the reason why I'm surprised with people like Jason Whitlock, who just for whatever reason cannot stop finding ways to critique the guy. And if you listen to a lot of what he said, for the people like questioning his religious faith, a lot of the glory he was giving to God on public television. And trust me, that is going to piss off another group of people, because there's some people that don't want to hear about the Lord's name spoken on television, especially by a Deion Sanders that's commanding so many eyeballs. You better believe it. You better believe it that people are going to attack him just for that. But to me, the most astonishing thing about all of this is his temperament. It's his temperament. He's not really getting in the mud. He's not. Even when coaches say something, he's like, oh, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. It's no big deal. If that's how he feels, that's good. That's fine with him. Whatever he's saying is not connected to my destiny. Man, come on. He's a class act. because most people would have responded differently under the same circumstance. I'm just being real. Most people would not have been able to take that in stride. So I thought that that's going to be pretty amazing. So what I want to know from you guys is simply this. Number one, who do you think is going to win this game this weekend between Colorado and USC? Make sure you leave those comments in the comment section. And number two, do you think that we're getting to the point where now, whether or not Deion Sanders' his team wins or loses, they're still going to be making headlines all the way to the end of the season? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.